that I can. Actually, my life, if I were, my life, if I were to put it, actually came to a standstill.
Your life?
Yes. I had to concentrate, I had to take all the time, do everything in relation to this case, my lord. Just on a very light note. I'm saying on a very light note.
Light note, yeah?
Yes.
You say it took over your life.
I'm not meaning dying.
No, fine.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes. On a very light note, my lord, I had to, I was supposed to go around the two oceans last week, Saturday. And I had to forfeit my registration because I had no other option but to concentrate on this case. Yeah. However, despite my fervent efforts,
you took the brief, you know what it entails.
Yes, my lord. But on the same breath, my lord, on the same breath, the court would also be aware that it is the state, and we confirmed with the state that the amount of work that I needed to cover there was almost more than 40,000 pages.
I've read, let me tell you.
Yes.
I've read all that.
Yes.
That record.
Thank you, my lord.
All of it.
Yes.
You can phone my wife.
Yes.
And my children.
Yes, my lord.
I've read it.
But with me, my lord, and I'm not trying to argue with the court, with me is not only reading.
Yeah.
It's to read.
Yeah.
And to analyze.
Yes.
Compare and contrast.
Yes.
And to formulate my argument.
Yes.
In respect of the cross-examination, in respect of the forthcoming cross-examination, my lord. And when I read, there are instances there are numerous, actually many instances where an evidence will be led, and then you will be referred to the record of a particular date. You need to go back to that record. You will be referred to exhibits this and exhibit that in the record, my lord. Now, that took a very long time.
But are you saying you're not ready to
I'm not ready, my lord, to proceed. I'm not ready, my lord. Otherwise, if I had to come here and tell the court that I am ready, that will be an injustice to Mr. Sibia. I would therefore request, my lord, a further postponement of this case. And I will continue to prepare. Come that date, I'll come and tell this court that I'm ready or I'm not ready. I'm very cautious. I will be very cautious this time, my lord, because last time I remember I told this court that come sun or shine, I would be ready today. That simply meant that I underestimated the amount of work and the amount of documents that I had to be content with. But the work that I needed to cover was just too voluminous, man. And reading every day.
You know what surprises
me? Every day. It's very tedious. Yes, madam.
You started this case with my predecessor, Judge Maumela, is that not so?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you've been continuing.
Yes.
Continuing and being continuously in this trial.
Yes.
And you're aware of all the evidence that has been led. And you know what? I also bent backwards. I allowed every advocate to cross-examine whomever. Didn't I do that, Mr. For instance, even advocates whose clients were not accused of having made confessions, you cross-examined. Mr. Ngumalo cross-examined. The late Mgomezulu cross-examined. Mr. Mshololo also cross-examined. Because you, as a group, you said to me, you're defending these people as a group. And you yourself, Mr. Mnisi, you cross-examined every witness, even if that witness never referred to your client in evidence. You did that. Even with Mr. Ramsipidi. No, I can tell you, I can get the record. I was reading the record. You say it's 40,000. How many pages? I thought it's 60,000.
Yeah, it's more or less in that region.
It's 60,000,
Yes,
not 40,000.
yes.
So I've read that record, all of it. And you, Mr. Mnisi, you are aware of every evidence which has been adduced in this court. Every evidence.
That is so, my lord.
Yeah, so what is the problem?
But my lord, the issue here is, when I took over the representation of Mr. Sibiya, I think there's one thing that we also needed to understand, that it wasn't by virtue of the fact that I've been here at court and I've been listening to all the evidence. The court should also remember again that in as much as I was here, my concentration was with regard, my attention was with regard to accused number 3. There are a lot of things that were said to accused number about accused number 1, which I did not really pay attention to, because that was not within my domain to take issues on behalf of accused number 1.
I'm sorry to jut in. You cross-examined. You cross-examined number 1, accused 1, 2. You cross-examined on behalf of accused number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. You. Same thing with Mr. Ramosipidi. Same thing with the late Mr. Mgomezulu. The same thing with this Section 35. Section 35 is not immutable. No, you can sit down.
Thank you.
Section 35, 5, F, A, B, C, all those sections, they are not immutable. You can't abuse the system and then rely on the fact that the Constitution says you have to have a fair trial. The fair trial, like I quoted the case of King, this State versus King, Harams, you forgot that case.
Yes. Yes.
Where they say fairness must also be accorded to the state. And state witnesses, yes, Colonel Gininda. He's testified, I don't know for how long. It must end. And even the SCA, even the Constitutional Court, if you have accorded a person like Mr. Mnisi, I did that. No judge in South Africa would have done that. You didn't even know how long you wanted. You remember? You just said you're not ready. I said, how long do you want? And you shook your head. You didn't know. And I gave you 2 months and 3 weeks. Even the JP fought with me. Yeah, he's right. Because there are other cases, for instance, Mr. Baloyi has to do even Mr. Sibanda, which they've got to attend to. How do you give a fellow to prepare an ordinary criminal case? Can you sit down, sir?
Thank you.
There's nothing mysterious about murder. And I'm not talking because I don't have the experience. I used to defend so-called freedom fighters of the ANC, PAC. I know marathon cases. I've attended several. I even did cases like, for instance, the case which involved high-ranking police officials. But this is real abuse. And people who are seeing this, they think I am too lenient, or I enjoy doing this case. Mr. Goman. In this case, everybody started with this case except me. You were there when Mr. Maumela was presiding. Is that not so? Mr. Nguman?
I was there.
Yeah. I also read that report of the proceedings which started on the 27th of January 2020, is it?
Yes. 2022, it was in February.
Yeah, that's in
2022,
February.
yes.
Yeah, I read all that report. It's there in my office. Now it surprises me an advocate who's experienced as Mr. Mnisi can't read 40,000 pages in 2 months. Please, surprises me. I'm going to accord the final postponement. And if you're not ready on this postponement, then your client will have to intercede on your behalf. And the final postponement, I can only give you up to Tuesday. Tuesday is the holiday.
After Monday, it's a holiday.
Yeah, what's the date on Tuesday?
Just quickly checking the date.
As it please the court, my lord, I do not want to interject. However, if the court says that, it's only saying that I must come next week ready.
So what?
If the court is saying that I should come next week ready to proceed with the
Yes.
matter,
Why not?
then I'm going to request that I be excused from representing
No, fine.
accused
You can-
number
you
one,
can say
because
that
I
on
can't do
Tuesday.
that.
You can say that
Thank
on
you.
Tuesday.
Yes.
But this case is postponed to Tuesday. You said the date is about
22nd, Mala.
22nd. Mr. Mnisi, you have had enough, more than enough time. 2 months and 3 weeks. That's what we accorded you. It's a postponement. And you have been in this trial since when my predecessor, Judge Maumela, was seized with the matter. And every day you were listening to evidence which was adduced. It's not like you're a new counsel coming into the matter cold. No. That's why I told you, you were cross-examining across the board, all of you. Even was clearing where your clients were not involved in confessions. All of you cross-examined, and I allowed it. Because you argued that our clients are, are charged with a common purpose. So we are entitled to cross-examine on each and every aspect. I said, okay, fine. But it can't go on and on and on and on. So Mr. Mnisi, you must be ready on Tuesday. We'll continue on that day, okay?
inkantolo ifuna ukuthi iqala ke isihlahliso kuze kuyofika emzayini lesibili